Rhod Gilbert on BBC Radio Wales.
If you're listening to this, you're listening to Rhod Gilbert's Best Bits. Some of the best bits of my Saturday morning radio show live on BBC Radio Wales. This week I'm in the studio in Swansea with Mr. Chris Corcoran. Welcome to the show. I tell you what, we're going to keep it sunny, we're going to keep it upbeat this morning, Corcoran.
We're in a great mood.
Aren't we?
I am in a great mood.
You are not in a great mood. You just told me you were really gutted because Gary Barlow's left...
Oh, well, don't get me wrong.
Whatever it is.
I'm enjoying the weather, but I can see why on the front page of The Sun there's a big story about Gary Barlow quitting X Factor. I mean, that's unbelievable.
You read that just
is
now.
Big news.
And without irony, ladies and gentlemen. Without
well, that's the key.
irony.
That's the key, is where you turn something to do with fiction.
Without irony, you said, "Oh man, I'm really gutted." And I went, I said, "Why?" I said, "Why? You look really upset." And you said, "Well, Gary Barlow's thinking of quitting X Factor."
Yeah.
And I said, "Let's keep it upbeat today."
Yeah. Well, that was me.
You've got to learn not to show that. Steve Wright in the afternoon. Do you know whether he's in a bad mood any day? Do you ever know whether he's up or down?
He's sunshine all the way along, isn't he?
He's sunshine all the way, and that is what you've got to aim for, mate.
True.
Put Barlow out of your head.
I can't help being sensitive.
Put Barlow out of your head.
It was quite funny though, because then you went, "Oh, I know, that's really gutted. I can't believe I was in a good mood until I arrived and I realised Barlow was..."
I know, but I hid it. That was the difference between us.
You did G me up on it. who are they going to get instead? That's the big question.
I don't know. Isn't there a clue?
Well, presumably on the second page. Presumably the second big story is who's going to replace. That's Terry.
That's Terry, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, Terry.
Who's just brought me. This is how efficient Terry is. Ladies and gentlemen, here at the studios, the archaic studios at BBC Swansea, Terry is the doorman and looks after everything. He's like, what was that dog at the gates of hell?
Hades?
Yes. No, that's not him.
Oh, that is hell. Cerberus.
That's what Terry's like, isn't he? He guards every time you arrive outside, he goes, "Arr,"
but a really smiley version, like the smiliest, warmest version of Cerberus you've ever seen, and he's only got one head.
a friendly version. He's been at the BBC studios here in Swansea. He started work here in 1849.
He did.
So he's been there 100 years. Next year, does that make sense with the thing with the... Anyway, he's just brought me a coffee, and despite the fact that I'm halfway through the first coffee he brought me. Look at that.
He's all over
Half
it.
a coffee.
He's all over it.
One full coffee.
He's the nicest guy in the world, Terry.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, 037... Oh, what's the number? I've forgotten. I overdid it in the sun.
Did you?
Don't underestimate this fierce British sun, is my advice. I'll tell you why in a minute. I'm down here. I'm on holiday down on the South Wales coast. I tell you what, looking as good as anywhere in the world, I would argue.
Agreed.
The South Wales coast. As good as... Never mind the Amalfi coast.
Never mind Australia.
Or that one, the Great Ocean Road down by Melbourne and all that. Never mind that.
Never mind the Cayman Islands.
This is the place. I stand by it. This is the place to holiday. Do you know what? The water on Wednesday or Thursday, the water down... the water, that is 15 years of living in London, that is.
Yeah, and also that advert.
Water. No, I do speak a bit like that. Water.
A bit Cockney.
I've
bit
got
estuary.
A little bit estuary. A little bit glottal.
Do you?
A little bit glottal stoppy.
Really?
Yeah. Anyway, the water.
Yeah.
On
how should you normally say it?
Well, being Welsh, water.
Oh, that's much better. Do it
water.
like that.
The water. Yeah, I don't say like that anymore. I've been in London since 1995. I say water now. Water.
What?
Water.
Can you? I'll have a glass of water.
Perhaps we should.
See, I put a
perhaps we should do this
soft
off
tea.
Perhaps we should discuss the way we just pronounce
It's no
water.
worse than anything else we've spoken about over the years.
Feature number 1, ladies and gentlemen. How do you say water?
Boom.
There it is.
8, 10, 12 on the text.
Yeah. Anyway, the water on Thursday.
No, don't. That's terrible. Don't.
That's
don't.
how I say it.
It really sounds... It's not.
All right, forget...
It's affected.
All right.
You sound like a politician trying to curry favour with the public.
I know. I sound like Damon Albarn.
Yeah. Well, he's all right. He's allowed to. He's rock and roll.
Yeah.
You sound like Tony Blair.
Yeah.
You know, that kind of... Look...
Yeah,
the thing is, the water, right? You know, I'm no threat.
This is how the common people speak.
Yeah, I'm one of you. I'm one of you.
In that, I'm so embarrassed by the way I now say water after living in London since 1995 that I'm not going to tell you the story of the bucket.
Can't you say liquid?
I just think.
Can't you say the liquid on the beach?
I just think that's absurd. I think
mate, I got a solution for you.
That is not a solution. I can't say.
No,
hey,
I got a different
so
solution.
I went swimming in the liquid.
I got
in the liquid.
Well, it'd be factually correct.
I went swimming in the big blue liquid off the beach.
I got a solution for you.
What is it?
Call it the briny.
No, because then that's very Cockney, isn't it?
Oh, I just call it brine.
That's good. Then
I went for a swim in the brine.
But briny is like almost, the Cockneys would use that in a rhyming slang. I was in the old briny.
Yeah.
I went down the old briny. Have a look. Went in the briny. I thought, shall I go in the old briny?
Yeah.
If I do that, it's going to get worse.
Also, one of your ex-girlfriends is called Briny.
Also, one of my ex-girlfriends is called Bryony, which makes me saying things like, I'm popping in the old Bryony. Doesn't sound great.
The point is...
Go on, tell your story about
hot.
the water.
It's hot. That's all I was going to say.
No, you're going to say something about the water. It was probably blue flaggy. It's probably good for Wales. Go on.
I can't say it.
Go on, say it.
Well, I'm going to have to find a way around it. I'm not saying water.
All right, well, let's think this through. We can't say brine.
I can't say briny because I used to go out with somebody called Bryony.
C. Just say C.
Genius.
Thank you. You will get there.
Oh,
go on,
I thought it was a perfectly good word. I went in the sea. And
that's no issue there with the pronunciation.
No problem.
No, it's fine.
I can't remember what I was going to say about it now, though.
Well, can't you? Oh, come on, it must be... Because this is built into a climax now, and then you're going to hit a track.
Yeah, I can't...
Come on, you went in the water. You went in the sea. You went in the sea. Sorry.
I went in the sea.
Yesterday.
Yeah, on Thursday, I think it was.
Thursday.
And about 7 p.m.
Yeah.
7 p.m.
Here we go. Here we
the
go.
Welsh coast, ladies and gentlemen. If you're looking for it, is
Here it comes.
so beautiful. It's unbelievable. I walked down to the beach, right?
Yeah.
7 p.m.
Yeah.
And the sea...
Yeah.
The sea...
Yeah.
was exactly the same temperature as the Mediterranean. It was... I've never experienced that. I've been coming down here for many, many years, and the sea is always... You tell yourself, you go, oh, it's lovely. It's not. It's a bit cold.
Yeah.
It's a bit nippy.
Yeah.
This week, the sea down here is like the Mediterranean, and I stand by that.
Well done,
I'll
mate.
fight anyone who says any different.
That was a great story, that. That was really
was
worth
good.
getting into, that.
It was worth getting
Hit a track.
Press play. My job is done. If you've just joined us, hello, welcome, Mrs. Evans, and etc. We're in Corky and I are in a little studio in Swansea, and it's even hot in here, mate, isn't it? We're both in shorts.
We are in short. You've got your pins out.
I've got my little pins out.
You must be feeling very... It must be
I've
very
got my
hot.
little chicken pins out.
I mean, because you are... I mean, you're really self-conscious about... And rightly so. Because they are hilarious.
Yeah, but
pieces.
you've got little pins as well.
Yeah, I know, but mine look like chunky weightlifters' legs compared to your pieces
No,
of
they
string.
don't, mate.
They do.
No, they don't.
They do.
No, they don't.
Oh, they do. Look, let's compare.
They don't. Honestly, yours do not. This is not great radio.
Look.
This is not... People don't win Sonys for doing this, for going, let's compare our legs to see who's
Mate,
got the...
people haven't tried to win a Sony by doing it yet. You never know. It might come out of left field.
This might work. Let's both pull our pants down. Hello. And next up, the Sony for best content, best radio content. It's Rhod Gilbert and Chris Corcoran for the Pull Your Pants Down episode.
Let me go and get a Swanee whistle.
That's not a Swanee whistle. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, do you know what? Don't underestimate the fierce British sun.
Okay.
The fierce Welsh sun. Yesterday, you'll be glad to hear everyone who's been following my progress in climbing Kilimanjaro. I mean, I don't mean I'm halfway up it. I mean, I'm climbing it in September.
Yeah, have you started training?
I am climbing Kilimanjaro. What's it called? I can't even say it. Do you know what? I'm struggling today with my palate and my mouth, my stuff, my face.
I know, well, don't panic. Kilimanjaro, there's no Cockney-esque
It's not
issue.
Kilimanjaro.
There's no Cockney-esque issue with Kilimanjaro.
No, Kilimanjaro. I said Kilimanjaro, I think.
Yeah, well, it's not that.
That's if there's more than one of them.
Well,
Kilimanjaro.
If you signed up for climbing up that, maybe
I have
that's
signed up.
considerably smaller.
I am climbing Kilimanjaro, right, for Geneva, a cancer charity. Right, now then, I'm doing that in September. And you've been nagging me for months, going, have you started your training? And everyone who says, have you done it? What training have you done? And then I say, well, I haven't started yet.
I'm concerned.
Yesterday I started.
Yeah.
I started my training yesterday.
How did it go?
Right, because I'm on holiday this week.
Okay.
I know it doesn't seem like it because I'm in work. But I am actually on holiday down here on the Welsh coast.
Well, I can see you got your legs out.
I've got my legs out. Right, I've been in the sea. Right? Only went up. I didn't even get past my knees though. As balmy as it was in there, I didn't get past my knees. Anyway,
well, not surprised you haven't got any fat on your legs. The cold would have gone straight to your
your
heart.
legs are no different. You have got weird little pin legs.
Can't
as well.
see your legs half the time.
That's because they're in trousers.
That's because they're so small.
Look.
From 8 yards away, they disappear.
Look, let me tell you about this thing. My training. And see, now you asked me about my training for the last.
Sorry,
few months.
I am genuinely concerned.
Now
Go
I've
on.
started. You're not interested.
Sorry. Go on.
Right. So I've started my training here because I'm on holiday. I thought yesterday was the first day of my holiday. I thought I'm going to combine my holiday with starting training for Kilimanjaro.
Good thinking.
Right. So what I thought was I'll get the gear on that I'll be climbing Kilimanjaro in. So my walking boots, got to break them in. Walking
thinking.
socks, right? Got to see which ones work best.
Yeah.
Then so I got my backpack. I even got, this is how seriously I'm taking it. This is my first training day, and I thought I'll go for a walk around the Gower cliff paths. Right?
Excellent.
Absolutely beautiful, stunning, amazing. Got my backpack on. I even put in the back, I've never done this before, I put in one of those things with water in it.
Yeah.
Oh no, I just said water.
Are you allowed to in this context? You can't have the
Yeah.
C in your drinking bottle.
With H2O in it, that's what it says on it.
Yeah.
It's like an H2O tank on your back.
Oh, with a little
and then
tube.
And then a tube It comes up
well
through the
done.
back, up over your shoulder. I took that. That's how serious I was. I think that gives you an indication of how seriously I'm taking
Really does.
Kilimanjaro.
What else did you have in your backpack?
I put some stuff in it just to give me a
For
bit of
weight?
weight. I put a couple of books in there. I put some long trousers.
Well,
I put
obviously.
some long sleeve tops in case I bumped into anyone. I thought I'd come on out, but hide my legs immediately in case the skinny leg police are on the cliff path.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I loaded it up and off I went. Right.
Yeah.
And I thought I'm going to do 4 hours, a 4-hour walk
Good thinking.
yesterday. So I managed it.
Well done.
Just drank 1.5 litres of water.
Yeah.
Did 4-hour walk, but I didn't take any. I didn't take a hat. I didn't get any shade for the whole time.
Oh, okay.
And then I got home last night and I drank a bottle of wine to refresh myself.
Right.
And then
That's not. Can I just be clear? That's not part of the training. You're not anticipating drinking the bottle of
No,
wine.
but
at the
I
end
thought it was a
every
little
walk.
reward.
Fair enough. Yeah.
I thought it was a little reward. A
Well, you
4-hour
deserve it.
walk. It nearly killed me.
Yeah.
But that is the start of my training. So
Well done.
So I have actually started.
And how you
But then I
feeling?
woke up this morning and
Yeah.
I feel absolutely dreadful.
Okay.
Dreadful. Like I've got sunstroke. I was nearly sick when I woke up.
Oh God.
Terrible.
No, is that your fitness though,
Absolutely
or is it
terrible.
the wine? Because that you can put this right. If you hadn't drunk the wine, do you think you'd be okay?
I don't know. All I know is don't underestimate this sun. It's awful, and I feel dreadful. And that's day one of my training. That's 4 hours, and I've got a feeling Kilimanjaro, you've got to walk like 8-10 hours a day.
Yeah, I think you have. Yeah. So hang on. Moral of the story:
There
don't go out
there
with
isn't
the sun.
one. I've realised already by this point. Like anybody listening at home, this story's gone nowhere. Wear a hat, everyone. Hi, Rhod and Corky. We arrived last night. That's it. There we are.
Well, that's a relief.
No, there's more. From Ali and Matt from Evesham. Hi, Rhod and Corky. We arrived last night, camping in Port Einan. Beautiful, they say. See, that's near where. That's not far from where I'm staying. That's what I'm saying. You see, you
Awesome.
see, the tourism started already. I'm promoting tourism in the area. Come
it
down.
is-
The water. Oh heck, the sea. I'm not allowed to say water, ladies and gentlemen, because I say it in a Cockney voice. I did that one deliberately Welsh then, just to try and
Well done.
get it back.
Yeah.
Thanks to the people next to us for helping us pitch our tent at 10 o'clock last night. There's no better place to be. Would you like us to bring you an ice cream? From Ali and Matt from Evesham.
Ah, that's nice, isn't it?
Yeah. Should we try it? See what
Yeah.
happens? Yeah, all right. Yes, we
Yes,
would.
please.
That's called your bluff, wasn't it? Anyway, hey, water.
Okay.
I say aqua, says Alistair from Chalgrove.
Ah, good solution.
Okay, yeah.
Good solution.
It is a good solution, aqua.
Very good.
Nice. Anyway, look, I was telling you about my my walk. My 4-hour training
Yeah,
walk
well-
to Kilimanjaro. I know the point I was getting to.
Yeah.
I know the point I was getting to now. I'd forgotten.
What was
I
the
set
point?
off on a 4-hour training walk. I'm going up Kilimanjaro in September. Yesterday I've done absolutely nothing. Zero. Zilch. No
Yeah.
training whatsoever. Yesterday I thought I'm going to start my training. Went on a 4-hour walk around the Gower Cliff Path. Absolutely stunning and amazing. But it turned into a near-death experience. And this is how hopeless I am, and it's thank God I'm going up Kilimanjaro with a group of trained people, because I thought, I was on the cliff path, and I thought, I'll just go down there and walk along the beach part. And I went, did that, got down to the beach, started walking along, but then came to a rocky outcrop,
Yes.
and then I thought, I can get round this rocky outcrop and get round to the next beach, Oxridge. I started doing that. An hour later, after an hour of walking on crunchy corally bits and slipping on seaweed and falling in rock pools.
Yeah.
And my hands were, hurting from the really rocky bits. I was getting stressed.
And the sun beating down on your head.
Tide coming in, more importantly.
Yeah.
Tide advancing. I realised after, I'd say about 40 minutes, in all honesty, that I couldn't get round the rocky outcrop round to the next beach.
No, why?
With the rocky outcrop disappeared and became sea. You couldn't get round the corner. I realised, I genuinely, this went through my. I started to turn back, right?
Yeah.
By this point, I was getting really tired. My feet were, and I thought, I'm going to die out here. This is going to be the last. I can't. This isn't how it ends for me. This is not how it ends for me. So I literally started really getting into like panic mode. Thinking the tide is coming in, I'm gonna get stuck, I'm stranded, I'm such an idiot.
Yeah.
And it's happened to me before. I did the same thing in Thailand. Got stuck. But then I did it with, at least yesterday I had walking boots. In Thailand, me and my mate Christopher Ashley Jones, who's now a headmaster, he'll back me up. We set off in Thailand, walking around an outcrop that turned out to be about 3 miles long, the rocky outcrop. We set off in flip-flops.
Oh, no.
There was a point where one of my flip-flops fell off and fell down 30 feet down into a rocky thing, so we had 3 flip-flops between us on really jagged rocky, nasty, hot.
Yeah.
In the end, we got halfway round, and this is how we got halfway round, was by... I'm sure I've told you this story before.
No, not this one.
He would go he'd go about 3 or 4 yards, over these rocks and, put really hard going, and then he'd throw a flip-flop.
No way.
He'd throw the flip-flop back so that then I could so I'd have 2 flip-flops and I could join him.
No.
Well, he couldn't go more than 3 or 4 yards, because if he threw the flip-flop, we'd already lost one down to the depths below, had fallen off. So if we lost it, so we were on 3 flip-flops between 2 of us. We made it for, I'd say, a mile over, and that took about 3 hours.
It's like a really mild seaside version of Touching the Void.
We'd taken no water. Absolutely nothing. Flip-flops and no water or anything. We got rescued by a Dutch bloke who turned up with bizarrely a spare pair of shoes. He had everything. He had one of those water things in his backpack with a pipe, but he also had bottles of water. He gave us bottles of water. He gave us a spare pair of shoes. He took us round and basically saved our lives.
Wow.
So I'd like to dedicate the next song to him. The only problem is this was in 1992 and I got no idea what his name is.
He's probably listening.
But if you're listening, let's call him Helmut.
All right.
I think he was Dutch, but Peter.
Peter's much
his name
better.
was Peter. Peter, thank you for saving my life 20 years ago. I was reminded of it because it almost happened again yesterday in Swansea.
Were you going to reveal what did happen? How did you survive?
Oh, nothing. I came home.
Okay.
Had a bottle of wine.
You turned round?
Yeah. I really apologise, everyone. My stories are hopeless. They're just open-ended. There's no punchlines on the end of them. There's not even an end to the story. I went walking out yesterday, first day of training for Kilimanjaro. I did think this has turned into a disaster, and I'm going to be stranded out on the rocks and have to be rescued. And I was thinking, like, don't sprain your ankle now, don't break your leg. I can't believe I've started this story again. This is the third time I've started
just nip it in the bud. There is one point that does strike me as slightly odd.
Can I just say in my defence that the reason my stories are bad today, the reason they're going nowhere, the reason I'm just hopeless today, is because I've got sunstroke from yesterday. I feel tapped. I feel sick. I feel cloth-headed.
Well, that's what I was going to say.
I got out of bed this morning. I felt absolutely dreadful. I had proper sunstroke. 4 hours, unprotected head. Tap, tap, tap with the sun. Tapé, they call it in French.
This is the thing that strikes me slightly odd.
What? That
you spent 18 months inappropriately wearing an American Stetson hat, and then on the day where it would have been fairly useful... which is what it's designed for, you chose not to wear it and just venture forth and end up walking into the sea. Why didn't you wear your hat?
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right to point this out. I have worn my Stetson indoors and out all day, every day for the last 18 months. I've had people shouting at me in the street, shouting abuse about me wearing a hat.
I'm not surprised.
About me wearing
it's attention seeking. It's ridiculous. And then it's clearly a good product. That one day it's useful. You chose not to wear it.
I wear it in the house. I wear my Stetson in the house.
Why didn't you wear it, you weirdo?
I've got a feeling I actually took my Stetson off to go out for a walk in the sun yesterday.
Yeah, well, that doesn't surprise me.
I don't know why.
What's the matter with you?
I don't know.
Think through that logic. That's embarrassing. Can you imagine if it led to you having to be rescued, right?
I genuinely promise you, I thought, this is it. I'm going to have to be rescued. This first day of training for Kilimanjaro is going to end with me being rescued by by sea ambulance or whatever you call them. Those things.
Where's your hat now?
Well, it's on the table there.
Oh, right, so you've come with it.
I've got it on today, of course I have.
Yeah.
Hello, Rhod and Corky. Great show. You're both very happy today.
Yes, we are.
I'm not remote. I'm just... Have you been listening, Gemma, in Liverpool, to a word I've been saying? This is one of the worst shows I've ever done. I can't... My stories are hopeless. I've got sunstroke. I am not very happy.
Yeah, but you're not unhappy.
I'm not unhappy.
You're in quite a good mood.
I'm in quite a good mood.
It's just that your stories are rubbish.
But I've got
you've got a bit of sunstroke.
I've got genuine
but it doesn't mean you're not happy.
Sunstroke.
You're in
I should really be in hospital.
Don't be such a drama queen.
I should be in hospital. I should be on a saline drip.
What, for your legs?
No, I should be on a meat drip for my legs. I should put...
How are you going to get up Kilimanjaro using them?
They're not going to go up it.
They're never going to go up it.
They're never going to go up it. I know. I was thinking this yesterday. I went out for this walk. Have I told you? I went out for this walk yesterday that almost ended in being rescued by a sea helicopter, an air helicopter. Now there's a novel idea. I've come up with a new idea. It's an air helicopter.
Well, they're the best ones.
What do you think?
Yeah. You need...
It doesn't just skim along the ground, it goes up in the air.
To go up a mountain, right, you need a number of things. Yeah. One of them is a set of calves.
Yeah.
Genuinely. And I don't mean baby cows. I mean,
yeah. That's not called a set, is it? That's not a set, is it?
I don't know.
It's a flock of seagulls. Oh, look, there's a set of calves over
I don't
there.
know what the collective noun is for calves.
It's a set of cards, I think you say, didn't you?
Huh?
No, it's a pack of cards.
Yeah, a pack of cards.
Yeah, set of golf clubs.
Set of golf clubs. What you need is a pair
Set
of
of
calves.
Yeah,
you
a pair of-
need muscles where those calves should be on your legs. That's what you need to be concentrating on.
Yeah.
You need to get some muscle, not just skin and bone.
Once the rescue situation was over yesterday,
Yeah.
right? I was unbearably hot. I was terribly dehydrated. I had the sun tapping down on me.
You didn't
I was
have your hat on.
I was feeling ill. I didn't
Yeah.
have my hat on for the first time in 18 months. I've worn a hat indoors and out. I've actually slept in that hat.
Yeah.
Didn't take it out yesterday in the sun, right? And as I was coming back, there was a couple of inclines, a couple of hills on the way back, and I genuinely, at one point, swore at my own legs. I did. Because
I'm
my
not surprised.
legs going
Not
up
surprised.
hills, my legs are so tiny, spindly little, puny little pipe cleaners that I was
Yeah.
looking down at them and I swore, I can't say it because it's unbroadcastable, but I swore at my own legs
Yeah.
for being, and I quote,
Yeah.
I'm quoting myself, inadequate.
Yeah. Well, they are.
And they're not going to get up.
No, they're like sugar strands.
But there's nothing I can do with them. I'm 44 years old. It's not like they're going to bulk up before Kilimanjaro. They're not going to get me up there.
You have to do something. Because it's not just your calves, is it? Let's face it. I mean, your quads aren't in great shape.
I don't think these legs are going to... They're not strong enough to get me... Do you know what I was thinking yesterday of doing? And this is honest to God true. I was thinking, if I just strap on meat around my calves with luggage straps,
Yes.
will that work?
It's a start.
Do you want to hear some newspaper things?
Shoot.
This is a candidate for non-story of the week,
Yeah.
which I think... What was your candidate earlier? You had a candidate.
Well, it wasn't a non-story. Gary Barlow's leaving X Factor.
Oh, yeah, that was your candidate for non-story of the week, which I know you were gutted, but I think is a bit of a non-story. Look at this. This could be non-story of the week, this. Wayne Rooney,
Footballer.
Wayne Rooney, right?
Yeah.
He was in the Barbers for 45 minutes.
Yes.
This is worthy in the Daily Mirror of a page, apparently. Page 9 of the Daily Mirror yesterday.
Well, footballer has haircut.
Well, let me read it to you.
Okay.
Wayne entrusted the delicate job of cutting his hair to his favourite stylist,
Right.
the outlandishly nicknamed Cutthroat Pete Cranfield.
Uh-huh.
Wayne turned up for a private trim at the All-Star Barbershop in Childwall, Liverpool, after it closed to ordinary punters at 5:30 p.m.
Right.
Now then, they got some good quotes from people here.
Well, it's a big story already.
It's a big story here. Basically, Wayne Rooney has gone into this hairdresser's and had his haircut. Basically, he's had his haircut. Now they've got pictures here, and they've got some quotes from people who were in the scene, in the vicinity of the incident.
Wow, so the story gets better.
Oh yeah. An onlooker said Wayne disappeared inside for a good while before he came out wearing sunglasses.
Wow, that really adds value to the story.
The story is Wayne Rooney went for a haircut and came out, and because I guess you'd have to infer, because of the sunshine we'd be having, this heat wave, I suppose he came out, it was still light, and he was wearing sunglasses.
And also, don't dumb down the idea that they're pointing out that he went in and then came back out again, didn't he?
Do you know what else this onlooker said?
No.
Sorry, say that again. I was reading what the onlooker said. Say that again.
Well, I just thought that onlooker really adds a bit of value because they do point out that in order to get his haircut, he went in
He went
to the
in.
building and then actually afterwards came out again.
Yeah. He seemed pretty pleased with it as he stepped back outside.
Wow.
Said the onlooker.
Wow.
This is a page in the Daily Mirror. A page. This is definitely non-story of the week. Come on, a page on this.
That is the climax. So it's how you feel about your haircut.
Wayne Rooney pleased with haircut is the headline.
Yeah.
As he stepped back outside. Oh, look at the onlooker. It says more.
Chopsy onlooker.
He's very loquacious. I get my haircut there, and it normally costs £12.50. Although I bet Wayne paid more than that. I don't know why.
I bet he didn't.
I don't know why they charge Wayne over the odds to have his haircut there. To be honest, they'd probably more likely to give him a free haircut.
Yeah, that's the way it works.
I know very little about the celebrity lifestyle, but what little I do know is that you tend to get things for free. They don't charge you more. If Wayne, it looks like the kind of hairdressers. If there's £12.50, where you look up on the board and it says cut, trim, £12.50, men's, blow dry, whatever.
Yeah.
Prices there. They're not going to add. You can't add on.
Well, it looks like it might be the sort of place that just says cut £5.
Here's the story. Here's the story. The mystery remained. But the mystery remained over why the footballer, right, had spent so long in the barber's chair.
Right.
one local suggested he was having his hairs cut one by one.
Was that the local lunatic?
Another local joked, maybe next time you should just leave it messy.
Oh!
Oh, I tell you what, now that's non-story of the week number 1.
That's a brilliant non-story. That's one of the greatest non-stories of all time.
Can you imagine being a journalist and stopping them outside and going, hey, man on the street, Wayne Rooney's just gone in.
Let's do it. Let's roleplay it. I'll be an onlooker.
All right, you're an onlooker.
Okay.
Hey, onlooker, did you see who just went in that? I'll be the journalist.
All right.
Oh, excuse me, can I just... I'm a journalist.
Hello.
I'm working for the Daily Mirror.
Oh, mate, you never see who just went in there.
Yeah, no, I did see who just went in there. That's why I've stopped you.
Oh, I can't believe it.
Otherwise, why would I have just found myself outside a barber's shop in... somewhere?
Yeah.
Liverpool. I made that up. I don't know where it is. Manchester. Yeah, Wayne Rooney.
Yeah? Yeah, that's what I saw.
Yeah, he's gone in there.
A footballer?
Yeah.
He must be going in for a haircut.
Yeah. How much they normally charge £12.50? Do you think he'd pay more or less than that?
Oh, loads more.
Yeah.
He's a celebrity. Probably about £50.
Let me just jot this down.
Yeah.
I mean, my shorthand's not what it was.
Mate, the weird thing is, when I go in there, right, I just go in and have a haircut, right? He's been in there ages.
He's been in there ages.
Like I think
what would you say?
Yeah.
Why would he have been in there so long, would you say?
I think he's probably having his haircut, like, one strand at a time.
Hang on a minute. One strand at a time. Local joke.
Yeah.
What would you say you should do next time, would you say? Do you think... would you... Well, like, would you say you should leave it messy or something?
Well, I think... I wouldn't...
That'll do. Thank you very much. I'll jot that down.
Well, hang on. You're going to quote me. I didn't actually say that.
Can I quote you on those things?
All right, as long as you put those actual words down.
Oh, I can't quote you. Oh, it doesn't matter. I'll just make it up.
Yeah, put it in.
But no, I tell you what.
I'll tell you what the weirdest thing is, though, mate.
What?
He went in, right?
Yeah.
He went in...
And then there's a picture of him coming out.
And he's come back out. He's put his shades on.
Yeah. Do you know what I'm a bit gutted about?
He looks pretty happy. Right down, he looks pretty happy.
He looks pretty... Well, the only thing I'm gutted about is they haven't got a picture of him going in. They've got a picture of him coming out, but the story is incomplete as far as I'm concerned.
It took a long time to get my phone out my pocket.
Do you want to hear non-story of the week number 2?
Yes, please.
And then we go to a track.
Is it on the same page?
It's on the same page. There's non-story. You can choose which one is your favourite non-story. Number 1, Wayne Rooney gets haircut. Number 2, Skyfall actor Rory Kinnear said he will not be the new Doctor Who. I haven't been, and I certainly will not be asked to be the next Doctor Who. Which non-story do you want? 1 or 2?
Oh, well, does he go on and tell you other roles?
Just choose a winner, Corky.
Did he?
No.
Oh,
that's it.
Wayne Rooney.
Wayne Rooney, there it is. This is Rhod Gilbert live on BBC Radio Wales with Mr. Chris Corcoran in the studio in Swansea. Hey, this is our first opportunity to say congratulations to Andy Murray.
Well done, Andy Murray.
Well done, Andy Murray.
What an achievement.
Last Sunday, because we haven't been on air since then. Congratulations. What an amazing achievement.
Amazing.
You know, not quite as amazing as David Cameron said in Parliament, where he said, congratulations on being the first Briton to win Wimbledon since 1970, and then conveniently forgetting the fact that Virginia Wade won in 1977 because she's a woman. Eh? Well done, our Prime Minister.
Faux pas.
Good old sexist Prime Minister. Do you know what it says about Murray here in the paper? So congratulations to Virginia Wade, firstly, and then to Murray as well for being the 2 Britons to have won. Look at this. You know, he's been on a bit of a media whirlwind roller coaster.
Yeah.
Since he won on Sunday. But I read this in the paper yesterday, and this caught my eye. I didn't know this. It says Murray's appetite. Basically, he's been going on this media thingy, and he's been on, the Today programme. He's been interviewed by everyone. He's probably been on the One Show. I don't know. He's getting everywhere. He's met the Prime Minister.
Of course he has. He's won Wimbledon.
Yeah, he's been doing lots of stuff, right?
Of course he has. The first Brit since 1923 to have won Wimbledon.
Yeah, exactly. First British person. Because women don't count, do they? Who's that with him?
That's his girlfriend.
Oh, I didn't see her because she's a woman. I could see he was with a shape there next to him, but I didn't know what it was. Did you? David Cameron. Good lad. Other sexes are available. There's a whole story about what he's been up to, right? He's met everyone. He's met the Queen. He's met David Cameron.
He didn't notice it, though. He walked in. He saw Prince Philip. He couldn't see the Queen.
He said, who's that fella in the hat? So that's the Queen, Mr. Cameron. The what? The Queen. It's like a king, but a woman. What do you mean? What are those things on her front?
That sounds rubbish.
What are those things on her front, in between her arms and what's she got on her chest there? Those are breasts, Mr. Cameron. Good
Sounds
grief.
terrible. A king? What?
It's a
It's
king
like
with...
a king, but not a king. It's
It's a
actually
king-
a woman.
it's a-
Sounds rubbish.
It's a king with bosoms. It's the Queen Prime Minister. Oh,
What do you mean?
oh, thank God.
What do you mean it's the queen? What's like a woman? Like one of those other humans? What are you on about?
Anyway, Andy Murray has been going around with a woman. It was his girlfriend, Kim. Anyway, hey, they're saying that they're a very marketable couple, and he says it's better for being in a couple. Apparently, like David Beckham and Victoria Beckham and Wayne and Khalid and stuff, apparently he's more marketable for being as a couple than they are as an individual, which is interesting.
Victoria who?
Interesting, considering that women don't really exist in many ways. Anyway, Andy Murray, he's been on this whirlwind. He's met the female king. He's met the Prime Minister.
Yeah.
Right. He's been on Lorraine Kelly's show. Probably. I don't know. He's had a busy week.
Yeah.
But this is what struck me. Murray's appetite, says the Daily Express. On Wednesday this was. Murray's appetite for sushi is legendary. I didn't know that, did you?
No.
It's not legendary, is it? His appetite for sushi? His tennis is pretty well known.
You'd have thought we'd have known about that if it was legendary.
I'd have known about it, definitely.
Yeah.
I've never seen him there, have you? An umbrella with a 2-minute break they get, or 90-second break they get between games. I've never seen him there with
No.
a pair of chopsticks. I've never seen him smearing that green stuff over some sushi in there, have you? And having a bit of pickled ginger.
No, and also, you know, the Knights of the Round Table and King Arthur and all of that, in that list of well-known legends, I don't remember the one about Andy Murray and sushi.
Well, apparently it's legendary. His appetite for sushi. Look
Good
at this.
grief.
Look at this. This is what I caught my eye. He's been known to devour up to 50 helpings of sushi in one sitting.
that-
Andy Murray, 50 helpings of sushi in one sitting.
Good Lord.
That's like a whale. That's a whole whale.
That's amazing.
Yeah. This goes for non-story of the week as well. Murray, it was just as well he pocketed £1.6 million for his men's singles win. Oh, I thought it was just the over Novak Djokovic. As dishes don't come cheap at the restaurant he was eating at. I won't mention it, right? He was eating at this restaurant. The signature dish, black cod with miso, would have set him back £42. Right? Murray, aged 26, and his table relived his phenomenal win. Look at this. I'm not sure this makes any sense, does it, Daily Express? Murray, 26, apparently, in this sushi restaurant, he relived his phenomenal win. How would you relive a win?
Talking it through.
Talking it through, maybe watching it back.
Setting it up with little salt and pepper pots, and then a little thing that you backed
Yep.
over the table.
Watching it on
knock back and
iPlayer.
forth.
Watching it on iPlayer.
Yeah.
Watching a video of it.
Yeah.
A recording of it.
Role-playing it.
That's how you'd relive a victory. I'm not sure you can relive winning Wimbledon by tucking into sweet shrimp. Can you?
I can't imagine that.
I can't imagine that he took a bite of that shrimp and then he goes, hey, do you know what this reminds me of? That's that third point in the second set.
That reminds me of yesterday.
Look at this! Look at this! In Murray 26 on his table relived his phenomenal win by tucking into sweet shrimp, razor clam, tuna, oysters, scallop, octopus, wagyu and whitefish. Nothing says Wimbledon like a seafood medley. Hi, Rod. How are you doing? All right, thanks, James.
Well, fine,
Sorry.
apart from the fact that you had a nasty experience.
Oh, I got
yesterday.
stranded once, says James in Surrey. Can you make me a numbered listener? Because I'm always tuning in. I go to Portugal every year too. Just come back from Valle de Lobo. My parents have a house there. You and I should go. From James Day in Surrey. Yeah, I'm not sure if you've... I'm not sure that you really get the hang of this correspondence thing, James. What happens is I'm perfectly happy for you to send a text in or an email or phone in or something. Leave a message. We'll read it out. We might even give you a shout out. We don't like doing it, but we do it and stuff like that. But as for us two going to Portugal to your parents' house together, it's a bit of a no-no, really, isn't it?
Well, I don't know.
Do you want to pull that door, Corky, just because I can hear Terry shouting in the lobby? There's nobody else with him.
I wouldn't mind going to
He does
Portugal.
this.
Stay at someone's
Oh,
house.
no, he's back now. Oh, Terry, you're right.
The guest got ice cream for you.
The guest got ice cream for us. Ladies and gentlemen, what has happened here is the chat that we could hear in the background. Just asked Corky to pull the door because we could hear Terry, who is in charge here at the BBC studios in Swansea. We could hear him shouting out in the corridor out by the lobby, and he's just come in and said that people have brought ice creams for us. Earlier in the show, at the very start of the show, somebody wrote in. They were holidaying in Port Eynon, which is very close by. I say very close by. It's about 10 miles away, to be fair. It's about an hour's drive on a Saturday morning in busy Swansea holiday traffic. They said, should we bring you in an ice cream? We said, yeah, why not? Bring us in an ice cream. Thinking they wouldn't do it. Apparently they have
Bluff
they?
is called.
Oh, let's bring them in. What are their names, Terry? I can't remember what their names were. Let's bring them into the studio. Go on, why not? In you come. Hello there. Hello. Hi. You're live on air, so be careful about your what you say and language.
Right, okay.
Come and have a seat. Sit down.
Cheers.
We couldn't remember your names, I'm afraid. You'd have to.
Matt and Ali, yeah.
Sorry, Matt.
Matt.
Nice to meet you, Matt. And
you?
Ali. Nice to meet you. You move a bit closer here so we can get you on the microphone. You wrote into the show. You can see the chaos that is. You see how small it is?
It is. It really is 1948, isn't it?
It really is 1948.
Really is.
You can see how small it is. This, if you're a regular listener to the show, this is the decanter of water that has been here every time we've done this show for the last, I would say, 7 years from this studio. This is the chaos that is the show. And you've brought us in.
We have.
You've brought us in ice creams. Look at this, wrapped up in a bag of ice.
Oh,
It
yes.
is quite cold.
They were very
I-
sparse on stock.
No.
That's all we could do.
This is literally, ladies and gentlemen, I think we're going to end the show pretty much with
Amazing.
just some live... Oh no, mine's snapped off at the handle.
No.
Look at mine, look at that. Look at that, mine is coming out of the wrapper. I'm not joking. Have you ever seen a broken giraffe being born? I'm pulling it out of the wrapper now, and it's sort of completely disintegrated and snapping, and the chocolate's all broken, and the ice cream has melted. Oh, thank you. What was it, Matt and Ali?
It is, yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. I think we're pretty much out. We're going to leave you and say goodbye. The podcast of this show will be available later today, bbc.co.uk/Radio Wales. We will see you all next week. Thank you for listening. Happy summer, sunshine, etc. Bye-bye. And if you enjoyed that one, listen to the whole show. Rhod Gilbert live on Saturday mornings, BBC Radio Wales, 11 till 1.